The Sri Ram temple consecration ceremony in Ayodhya is just a day away. The soul of Sanatan culture, Raghunandan Raghav Ram Lalla or Sri Ram is set to be enshrined in a grand and divine temple in his birthplace, Awadhpuri, or modern-day Ayodhya, which is commonly known as. India's temple town is all decked up and preparations are on in full swing. Huge bunches of vividly hued marigold flowers are ready to greet the devotees at the Panchavati Ashray Sthal. Devotees also took holy dips in the Sarayu Ghat. Sri Ram devotees from different states in India were seen distributing free tea and milk. Jodhpur's Ramnami turbans sent to Ayodhya in large numbers ahead of Sri Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha ceremony. You can see beautiful decorations from Karsevakpuram ahead of Sri Ram temple Pran Pratishtha ceremony. An artist made the sculpture of Sri Ram on tip of a pencil. And security is also being tightened ahead of Monday's grand ceremony. The Indian Army Signals Corps has placed drone jammer systems in Ayodhya. The excitement can be felt not just all across the country, but also around the world. The Indian diaspora in the UK is also set to celebrate this auspicious occasion. Now, here are some visuals from the Slough Hindu temple in the UK. A car rally too was organized for the occasion. And special preparations were also seen in Nepal's Sita Devi Mandir. Meanwhile, our correspondent Susan Tehrani sent us this report from Sri Ram Mandir temple in Staten Island, New York. Take a look. We will be bringing you that report from Susan a little later in the bulletin. As of now, let's move further. Ahead of the Sri Ram temple consecration in Ayodhya on Monday, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi is continuing with his visits to temples across India, along with places which hold significance to the epic Ramayana. Moments ago, Prime Minister Modi visited the Arichal Munai Point and offered flower petals at the beach and paid his respects. Now, it is believed to be the location where the Ram Setu was constructed. It is a 48-kilometer long limestone trail that links the Mannar Island off the coast of Sri Lanka with the Pamban Island off the coast of the Indian state of Tamil Nadu. Historically, Sri Ram's army created this bridge while they were marching to Lanka to rescue Sri Ram's wife, Goddess Sita, from the Lankan king Ravana. Prime Minister Modi also visited Sri Kothandarama Swami temple located in Dhanushkodi in Tamil Nadu, where he performed the ceremonial rituals. Now, according to history, this is the place where Ravana's brother Vibhishan first met Sri Ram and asked him for refuge. Earlier on Saturday, Prime Minister Modi offered prayers at the Sri Ranganathan Swami temple in Tamil Nadu's Tiruchirappalli. The temple is dedicated to the Hindu god Vishnu. Now, Prime Minister Modi also held a spontaneous roadshow in Trichy, where he was gleefully welcomed by locals. After visiting the Sri Ranganatha Swami temple, Prime Minister Modi travelled to Sri Arulmigu Ramanatha Swami temple at Rameshwaram. Prime Minister Modi offered prayers at the temple, after which he also took a holy dip in the Peninsular Sea. All right, a giant laddu has travelled all the way from Hyderabad to Ayodhya. To tell us more about how this laddu has become a symbol of this community spirit, our senior correspondent Molly Gambhir has sent us this report. Laddus are essentially sweets which are round in shape. Molly will get you the latest.
A 1,300-kilometer long journey that's been undertaken by this jumbo laddu, a 1265 kg laddu that's travelled all the way from Hyderabad to Ayodhya here ahead of the grand consecration ceremony on the 22nd of January. We in fact have been speaking to those who have been involved in the making of this laddu. Let's tell you all about it. It's taken 30 workers who've been working around the clock, by the way. This is a symbol of community spirit and devotion. Nagabhushan Reddy is one of the donors. बताइए कितना समय लगा, कितने लोग जुटे थे इसको बनाने के लिए और क्यों बनाया गया?
ये लड्डू बनाने को 30 आदमी है, 3 दिन लगा और लाने का लिए 3 दिन लगा। हम लोगों की भूमि पूजा मोदी जी करने का टाइम में हम संकल्प करा ये राम मंदिर जब बनता जब तक 1 दिन का 1 किलो हिसाब में अपन लड्डू बनाएंगे, लड्डू बना के जितना बड़ा भी होने दो अपन जिंदा रहे तो उतना बड़ा भी देंगे बोल के संकल्प करा। इसलिए हमारे मन में जो है वो मंदिर बन गया, इसलिए इतना बड़ा लड्डू बना के लेके आया।
और 4 छोटे लड्डू भी बनाए गए हैं. These laddus, the smaller laddus that will be given, that will in fact be presented to the idol as well of Ram Lalla inside the Ram temple.
Yes, obviously. So we are so happy and excited as we got opportunity to offer this Akhanda laddu along with small 4 laddus, and from our Sri Ram catering, we are our staff is so happy, and we are so grateful to be here in Ayodhya, and thank you. Yeah.
In fact, there's also a refrigerator which will ensure that the laddu is fresh, that will then be given out to the devotees. In fact, we just gotten a sense of the smaller laddus that will also be presented to the idol of Ram Lalla. The idol, remember, has been placed inside the sanctum sanctorum of the Ram temple here in Ayodhya, and this is just a sample of the way in which people are contributing towards our ceremony, thronging to the city of Ayodhya here ahead of that ceremony. Molly Gambhir reporting from Ayodhya for WION World is one.
Meanwhile, ahead of the consecration ceremony, WION spoke to Amish Tripathi, who is a renowned author, best known for the Shiva trilogy and Ramchandra series. Amish spoke about the civilizational significance of the moment and the legacy of Sri Ram. Listen to this.
It is a civilizational moment. There is no doubt about this. It has almost never happened in human history, especially in the last 2000 years, that a pagan idol-worshipping culture, which has lost its temple when invaders have destroyed one of its temples and built another worship place on top of it. It's almost never happened that the pagan idol-worshipping culture has rebuilt its temple. It didn't happen with the Greeks, didn't happen with the Romans, the Pharaonic Egyptians, Mesopotamians, Central Americans. Once it's gone, it's gone. It is a civilizational moment for India, no doubt. This is, of course, going to have a massive, at the most prosaic level, it will have a massive economic consequence on Ayodhya and indeed across the country. I think at a deeper level, it will also aid national consciousness, as used to happen in our ancient large temples, because pilgrims would come from across India to large temples. It would aid the building of a national consciousness. Diana Eck, a brilliant American scholar and writer, had said that ancient India was not built on the power of its kings. It was built on the footsteps of its pilgrims, as people from across the Indian subcontinent went to major temples across India. North India, most of the ancient temples were all destroyed in the invasions of the last 1,000 years. The rebuilding of this will herald a change.